Welcome to Reflect with Ed Fassio. Get ready to experience one of the world's first 100% digitally generated podcasts, where we take a step back, dive deep, and strive to learn new things. Join us as we unpack thought-provoking ideas, personal reflections, and inspiring stories to help you stay in the know. Reflect is brought to you by the minds at ByteBrain and powered by emerging technologies from Google, HeyGen, OpenAI, and 11 Labs. Thanks for tuning in. Now, relax and prepare to reflect.
Welcome to Reflect, one of the world's first 100% AI-generated podcasts.
I'm Hale.
I'm Julius. And look, we usually dive into the tech reshaping the world. But today, we're talking about something that sits at the exact intersection of opportunity, identity, and a massive blind spot in how businesses hire.
What kind of blind spot?
Women. Specifically, neurodivergent women. Autistic, ADHD, dyslexic, who are getting diagnosed later in life and discovering they spent decades masking at work while employers had no idea they were sitting across the table.
Wow. So we're not talking about visibility in tech. We're talking about people being invisible.
Exactly. And here's the research that stopped me. Neurodivergent employment overall sits at 31%. But for women who get late diagnoses, we're talking 40s, 50s, it's worse. They've been running on empty, and nobody's training a spotlight on them.
Why does diagnosis happen later for women?
Masking. It's a survival skill. Women are socialized to hide the things that don't fit. Autism and ADHD present differently in girls than boys. Schools, families, and workplaces miss it. A girl might struggle with executive function, but excel at appearing organized. A boy is the same kid, but gets flagged. By the time a woman figures out she's neurodivergent, she's burned out, underemployed, or left the workforce entirely.
And that's costing the economy.
Massively. We have this untapped talent pool, people with unique cognitive strengths, pattern recognition, hyperfocus, creative problem solving, systems thinking. And instead of building workplaces that leverage those strengths, we're filtering them out at the hiring stage because their resumes look spotty or their interviews don't match neurotypical social expectations.
So if I'm listening to this and I'm a woman who thinks she might be neurodivergent, or I've been diagnosed late, what does that actually mean for my career?
Two things. First, you're not broken. Your brain is wired differently. That's not a deficit. It's a different operating system. Second, there's movement happening. More companies are building neurodiversity hiring tracks. More women are getting diagnosed and redesigning their careers around their actual needs instead of fighting their neurology.
So April, Autism Acceptance Month, isn't just awareness. It's about workplaces finally asking, what are we missing?
Exactly. And employers are starting to listen because they're desperate for talent. They're realizing we need the people we've been overlooking.
So here's the navigate forward part. If you're neurodivergent, step 1, get evaluated if you haven't. Late diagnosis is life-changing, not because there's something wrong, but because you can finally stop fighting your neurology and start working with it. That knowledge changes everything.
Step 2. If you're a manager or hiring person, start asking different questions. Stop optimizing for fit as a proxy for culture fit. Ask, what does this person do well? What conditions let them do their best work? Neurodivergent employees often thrive in roles that neurotypical people find exhausting.
And honestly, for all of us, this is a moment to ask, who are we not seeing in our circles? Whose talents are we filtering out because they don't perform neurotypical identity the way we expect?
That's the real work. Not just acceptance, actual structural change. Building workplaces where different brains aren't just tolerated, they're designed for.
You know what? That makes jobs better for everyone.
It does. Thanks for listening to the Reflect podcast, where we're telling the future. Are you in it? Visit reflectpodcast.com and share your story.
And hey, if you're neurodivergent, this is your season. Own it.
In the cyber ocean of online voices and recycled content, something different has arrived. Reflect isn't just another podcast, it's the future of storytelling, powered entirely by AI. From curating data to assembling thought-provoking ideas, we've redefined how journeys are told. Reflect is a podcast that thinks, learns, and evolves with each episode. Every tale, every insight, crafted by the most advanced AI technologies. A podcast that disrupts the industry, breaking free from traditional formats, taking you on an entirely new experience. So tune in now and reflect. We're telling the future.